Hello, Diane. I'm still kicking around. So. Hey, Steve. Good evening. That was a quick trip. I believe you enjoy them cactus, Steve. Hello, Moon. Miss Bear does. Miss Michael Ann. Bear does. Did you ever get on the road? Hello, Bree. I can tell, Steve. You're an interesting plant. Oh, everybody saying hello to everybody. Yep, I sure did. Popped a earpiece off one side. Maybe look lopsided. Lord, we'll never run out of nothing. Something to talk about in this room. You can't find nothing else to talk about. We'll talk about Bree. That's what you said 3 days ago, Fairy Dust. No, I'll throw them in the trash and go get another pair tomorrow. As long as they're set up on a big nose of mine, they're all right for tonight. Hello, She Devil. Oh, yeah. I, you, you can't be here when we talk about you, Bree. Oh, yeah. I got some juicy stuff on Bree, but I don't want to say it in front of her. I don't want to embarrass her. Oh, he probably come wandering in here in a few minutes. Well, I'll just be willing to bet money, Cat, that she can stand up for herself pretty good if you ever got her stirred up. thought you were gonna be on the road already, Cat. Yeah, but Cat, you stick out over the top of your head. Okay. Hello, William. Hello, Miss D. How you doing, girl? Is it getting hot out there, D? At 150 miles above me, they're talking about 108 today. Yeah, we're not supposed to be hotter than you. Well, Steve, appreciate you coming in, man. Hello, Ann J. Everybody take notice that I said hello to Ann. I won't get chewed out again tonight. No, Rocky's got him a new toy. He wants to chew right at the bottom edge of my Levi's. But don't be running off already, D. Now, I haven't got out of line one time, so you don't have to leave yet. Well, that's what Ann tells me anyway. He'd be here in a little bit, probably. You can't ever tell about that boy. And like he got him a little squeeze hit out someplace. Okay, D. I got to pick on you a little bit, girl. Yeah, I got a bone to pick with you too, D. You keep promising them that you're gonna get us that picture of you popping wheelies on a Harley in a bikini. That ought to get her stirred up. Hey, Kenny, how you doing, buddy? You won't own up to it. I know it. Yeah, you're gonna have to find that. You just teasing us, D. Hello, Dyson. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I don't do something stupid and hurt something else. Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing, Rocky? No, I'm doing pretty good now. As long as I don't fall down or something fall over on me, I think I'll be all right. I believe this dog that I got half alligator. He wants to chew on everything. Yeah, I don't. I used to have a lot of pictures. I don't know what happened to all of them.
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. How you doing, Mister Kenny?
I'm doing all right. Just got off my life.
Do what? Just got off your live?
Yeah, yeah. Come over here. Yeah.
And you going from bad to worse, aren't you?
Gave you a Ford man raid. So, hey, Dyson's Crazy Adventures, Box Van D, Diane Phoenix, Ann J, Cat, uh, Peace Dragon, William, Timmy Ray, everybody in the chat, Fairy Dust, Bree, Moon over Miami, everybody in the chat.
Hello, Timmy Ray. Oh, we're getting a little class on the panel now. Hello, D. How you doing, girl?
Hello. I'm okay. I'm tired. It's hot. I've been working hard. I don't even know where. I have a little box of pictures. I had them out about a month ago. I saw the picture in there, but I don't know where I put the little box of pictures somewhere. Somewhere in this truck. Everything is stuffed in corners, so finding things is hard.
I know. I'm in a 20. No, I got rid of that one. Never mind. I'm in a 32-foot travel trailer. And how in the hell you can lose something in something this small? You know,
I am in 6x10 and I lose everything.
right?
That's why I work so hard on fixing things and making them more organized. I mean, that's why I'm always working on projects, because at my age and my health, I know people think I look pretty healthy. I really do look healthy. But at my age and with my health problems, to struggle to get to things and find things and crawl under things all the time pull out boxes, unload them, reload them, put them back, move everything that's in the way. It's such a hassle. So I hide things I can't find them.
Hello, Janice. How you doing, girl? I know it. Every time I get a divorce, I lose the beat part of the pictures I had.
I know I did too, every time. And I'm not going to tell you how many times. But it's been a few. Anyhow.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's something funny. There's a few pictures I would like to have. Most of them, it don't make no difference. But there's a few of them I'd like to have.
Tell you what, let me do something. I'm going to close my picture. I'll be in the basement or wherever while I look for this little box real quick. If I can find it, I can show you the picture.
Okay.
So bear with me.
So, how's things been going with you today, Ron?
Oh, just fine frog hair, man.
Finest frog hair's put in 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, 4 or 5 weeks. Might as well get it split down fine. No, of all the days, this is hot, and it like 100, just north of me is 108 today. And of all things, I got out there in McWeldon today. That wasn't
hot.
Yeah. Don't that make you mad, Cat?
If those temperatures are like that now, I'd hate to think what it's actually going to be like when actual season summer gets here.
Yeah, I know it.
Okay, I was gonna do this on my channel, on my live stream, but I'm gonna do it on yours and mine. So I don't know how well you're gonna see these pictures. I'm not sure, but let's see if we can see it. There, I am on the left side, next to my first love.
Let me blow you up.
Okay, let's see if it. There it go.
That's a good picture of you.
Yeah, it is.
How can you tell? It's so messed up. Let's see. Hang on. This is not the picture of me in the bikini, but that's me on a boat.
Oh, yeah.
That was about 8 or 9, probably 10 years ago.
That's when you were 27, huh?
Yeah, right. I was dressed for a Halloween party. I was dressed up as a flapper.
Rolling 20s.
Yeah. Okay, here is me with my oldest son's father. That baby is not my oldest son. It's my youngest son, but
Okay.
I don't know how well you can see the shadows. These are really old pictures, so they're not in not good quality. You're not going to see very good. I would like to take a picture of these and do a collage, but let's see. Hang on. I'm going to find that one. This is not the one, but there's me way back, and I was like 18 or 19 in that picture.
Well, shoot, you ain't changed much.
Yeah, right. Hello. This is my wedding picture when I got married the last time. Was about 14 years ago.
Dang, you shouldn't have got married when you was 19.
That was not 19. That was when I was 50 something. Actually 60 something. Hang on.
That's a
Here's a picture of me at my junior senior prom.
Wow.
Wow.
So,
My sister made that dress for me when I was living with her.
wow. You're taller than your guy.
Yeah, much. He was like, I'm about 5'4", almost at that time, not quite 5'5", and he was like 5'1".
Hmm.
So okay, here we go. This is not me in the bikini, but it's me popping. Not a. Let's see if I'm not popping a wheelie on this, but I'm riding my trike.
All right. You got a both wagon motor in it?
It was a Corvair engine.
Okay, carburetor. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wasn't that cool?
That is so cool.
Yeah. Hang on.
I built one. I built a trike like that with a carburetor in it way back.
The lighting is really bad in here tonight. Sorry. I'm showing my naked pictures. I'm gonna get in trouble here.
Woo. Lordy Lord.
Hang on. I know that picture's in here somewhere. I sure haven't run across it yet. I'm working on it.
So that was a Corvair motorcycle? Is that what
Yeah,
that
it was a It was a trike. It was a 3-wheel trike with a Corvair engine.
Wow.
And they would pop a wheelie in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah, we had a wheelie bar on it, so it was pretty cool. If people in the chat get bored with me, let me know. If you get bored with me, let me know.
I'm enjoying it.
Are you? Okay, I'm still trying to find that picture.
It brings back precious memories.
Well, some. I had a few good memories. Not a whole lot, but a few.
Kathleen said we need to figure out these secrets to looking young, sell it, and make a fortune.
This was me and my last husband when he passed away this past year. Let's see if we can see it.
All right. That's the one you were taking care of. And
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of pictures of him because they're the most recent stuff I had. But here's another picture of me about, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago.
oh, yeah.
My flabby bow-legged. I was bow-legged. Hang on, I'm gonna. I swear I do have a picture of me popping a wheelie somewhere. Maybe I don't. But just go ahead and talk. I'm going through the pictures. What a few I have.
You know, I built one of those with a Carburetor Spider on it. And that was the only motorcycle I've ever owned that I was scared of.
Really? That was the only one I ever felt safe on. Not really, but close.
Well, they made two Carburetors. One of them was about 100 horse, and that Carburetor Spider was nearly 200 horses.
Okay, this is another picture of me in my flapper costume. You guys are gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Those are really good pictures.
I have a picture of me when I was kind of fat.
And that's you?
Yeah, see how heavy I am in that picture?
Wow.
I weighed about I weighed about 168 pounds in that picture.
How much you weigh now, do you? I
About
know,
120.
I know you're not supposed to ask a woman that.
That's all right. I don't care. You know I don't have any vanity. I'm not vain. I really not. I don't care. Take me for the way I am. If you don't, oh well. Guess what? I don't really care. I am who I am, what I am. I'm still looking. Never have come across that one yet. Maybe I don't have it. Sure thought I found it, but maybe I didn't. So this little box is all the pictures I have left of my entire life. I'm 70 years old. Have a little box of pictures.
Well,
That's
that's not
I
bad.
left them all behind. And a lot of these pictures are pictures of the masks I made, not even me or my life. This is my granddaughter when she was a baby.
Oh, she's a cutie.
This is one of my foster babies.
Oh, yeah.
This is the same one. When I got him, he was in an incubator. He weighed less than 4 pounds.
Hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll have to do this little slideshow on my channel at some point, but so is the chat getting bored?
No.
I
There,
haven't looked at the chat because I'm too busy looking through the pictures, trying to find the one. I don't think I'm gonna find it. Can't talk tonight. I've been having a lot more trouble this past week or so with my speech. I'm trying, but I get a little frustrated when I can't talk clearly. So
cruising, I'm doing better.
this is my youngest son with my horse and my granddaughter.
All right.
This is 4 of my foster children that I had all at the same time. Hang on, let's see.
Goodness.
I did foster care for almost 6 years. And I almost adopted 2 of them, but I couldn't do it because at that point my marriage was falling apart. And I lost my health and I had to quit working. I was doing foster care. I had 4 foster children at the time. I was raising my granddaughter, and I was working full time and going to school full time, all during that same period. And then everything started falling apart. At first, I lost my health, then my marriage fell apart, and everything. So I had to give up the foster care. I had to give up work, and my whole life fell apart. Then my mother died, and then the next year my son died. It was a very traumatic time for me.
Yeah, I imagine.
So I thought I just found the area that the picture would be, but I guess not. Man, I can't believe it's not in here. I can't find that picture. I guess I don't have it. Maybe it's down to the bottom. I'm down to the bottom of the picture, so I don't know. Let's see.
Hey, Cruising Scene.
Oh, I don't think I have it. Darn. Hmm. Remember the little black baby I showed you? That was me picking him up at the hospital. You can't even see him.
Goodness.
Yeah, I can't find it. I guess I don't have it, Ron. You don't have to have me on full screen, you know.
Picture's better.
I know, but yeah, never found that. I thought I had me popping a wheelie, but I guess I didn't. I did have it. I just don't have it anymore. So I'm disappointed. I was hoping I would be able to share it with you guys.
They, oh, you showed us a bunch of good ones.
Yeah, but that was all later when the picture of me in the bikini popping a wheelie. I was like 18 years old. Anyhow,
You'll run across it.
yeah, maybe. These are the very first two foster children I had.
Oh yeah, both them cuties.
Those are cute babies.
I loved being a foster parent. I loved to dress my kids up. I spend every dime I got, they pay a little bit to foster care. I spend every dime I got on those kids. I went to shopping every week. I bought the newest clothes, the newest toys, the newest gadgets for those kids. I spoiled them rotten. They got a good first 2 years of their lives with me, every one of them.
Yeah, that's great.
Anyhow. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it. Okay, well, that's it, I guess. I looked through all the pictures I have, and I don't have the one of me on the trike. But yeah, trike. So I have a few other pictures I could share, but that's the ones I really wanted to show. Anyhow,
My parents had some friends that ran an orphanage, and they supported that orphanage real heavy all as long as I was around.
yeah.
And one of the boys used to come spend the summer with us every year, and we still run across each other every once in a while.
Hmm.
Lord, that's been a lot of years ago.
Probably some of the people on in the chat have not seen the masks I made. If you want, I can share some of the masks pictures.
Yeah,
Okay, this is one that I made. These are all handmade, made from paper mache. That's a picture of it. That's one. Here's another one.
oh,
This was made for a friend. He wanted a Giants mask. I did a picture of somebody that went to the sporting event.
that's a pretty one.
These were all wearable masks. I sold them at craft fairs and on Etsy for a while, but I never really sold that many on Etsy. I did sell quite a few at the craft stores. Then I just started giving them away because I couldn't make them anymore. I just, went through all the problems I had. I couldn't do it anymore.
You're good at it, girl.
That is so cool.
I tell you what, D
Some
special.
of them are ugly.
Do
So I
what,
did.
Ron?
I said, D's special, isn't she, Kenny? She's talented, does all that stuff, and good looking and hot too.
You know what I always say is I'm a Jane of all trades, but a master of none. Because I do a lot of things, but nothing very good.
Well, I wouldn't say that now. Those are pretty awesome. Where'd you get the idea to do them, D?
Well, I always like to look at masks when I went to craft fairs and things. And I met a lady I went to a craft fair in San Jose, California, um, to one of the old missions, and a lady was there. She was selling handmade Venetian style masks. Oh, I have to plug in my laptop. I see the battery's getting low. Hang on. Otherwise, I'll lose it. Hang on. There we go. That's right again. So yeah, so I went to this craft fair, and she had a display of four masks, which were called the Four Seasons. And I fell in love with those masks. I loved the whole collection. So I could only afford at the time to buy one of her masks. So I bought her a spring mask. And I lost her business card, and I couldn't get a hold of her later to wanted to purchase the other three. I never could get a hold of her or figure out where she was. So about probably 10 or 15 years later, I went to another fair in Stockton or Sacramento. I think it was Stockton, California. And I saw a booth with a lady that had a bunch of masks, which looked very similar to the style of masks I liked. And I walked up to her and I said, I have a mask. I bought it a long time ago, and I described what I had. She said, That's my mask. I made that mask. I said, How do you know? She said, By the way you described it. She said, You go home and look on the back of the mask. If it says Carla Desi, what it was, Carla Almanza de Quant. It didn't say Daquan. It said Carla Almanza. She said if it has my name on the back of it, she gave me her business card at that point and phone number. She told me to call her. And I got home and I look on the back of the mask, and sure enough, it was her. After 10, almost 15 years, had her first mask, one of her first masks she ever made. She's a
Wow.
She's a very famous artist today, very famous mask maker. And I spent a year or probably year and a half working with her. She taught me how to do the masks. She taught me how to make the molds and everything. I wish I could read the chat while I'm talking, but I get too distracted. So I see a lot of comments, but anyhow. So she taught me everything about making masks. She trained with the master mask maker in Florence, Italy, who is Agostino Desi. He wrote a book. He has a shop. He does classes every year. Brings people from over the world to learn the art of mask making with him. She spent a year with him in Italy, learning the art of mask making, and then she trained me. So it's pretty cool. So that's how I learned to make them. My first masks were pretty good. As I went on, towards the end, I just lost all my creativity. I was under so much stress and a bad marriage and all that stuff, and I just lost all the desire to make masks. So at that point, I started giving them away. I probably gave away 150 masks. I made about 200 masks all total, and some were really ugly. But I'll show you one of the ugliest masks I ever made. This was made out of weeds and sticks and seeds and twigs, any kind of weird stuff I can come up with. That is probably the ugliest mask I ever made. I kept that picture. So anyhow, so that was. I can't believe I'm showing this to everybody on your channel. Well, you should get more people to watch.
I think it's interesting, dude.
Really?
I think
Here's
so
another.
too.
Here's another one. Was made out of seashells and little rocks and different things like that, pebbles. All of them are hand painted. Not that I can really paint anymore, but there's a couple. Here's another ugly one. That's an ugly one. I think that's about at the end of them.
When I was delivering RVs, my wife was with us.
The masks.
And
Every
she,
kind of. I used silk flowers. I used twigs, rocks, uh, fake jewelry like stones. I used ribbon. I used everything you can imagine to make the masks. So I used lace and cord, and you name it. I do have a video on my channel that shows my masks. That it's kind of more like a slideshow.
when I was on the road, my wife would pick up pine needles. Every time we stopped at a roadside park, she'd get these pine needles. And she'd make these Indian baskets. She'd put a dream catcher in the bottom of it and then weave that basket and make lids for them and everything else. She gave them things away all across the country. She made pretty neat ones, put all kind of patterns in them. These took off on us.
I guess her computer died or something.
Oh. I can build you just about anything you want out of steel.
Hey, Roy and Becky.
But painting, I can't do that. Oh, a little bit. My wife was a world-class artist. There's no joke about that. But it was so weird. I worked with blueprints all the time.
Yeah.
And she could paint anything, but she couldn't draw a straight line. That was the weirdest thing in the world. If she had a building in one of her paintings, straight lines and a perspective on that just blew her mind. I'd have to go draw it for her, and then she could paint the heck out of it.
I can tell you one. I tell you somebody that's really good at painting. Storyteller Donnie Willard. Do you know Joy Westlife? She comes in a lot of the chats, and she does a lot of it. I know Diane Phoenix knows what I'm talking about because I've seen her. Storyteller Donnie Willard. Now he's a good. He's a good painter. He paint you. You got about somebody can paint. He can paint now.
I used to get amazed at her. She liked to do animals. And she could take and do a wolf. And I still don't know how she did it. But when you walked in a room, that wolf would be looking at you. And you could go someplace else in the room, and that wolf's eyes would follow you in that painting. Wherever you were in that room, it'd be looking at you. I don't know how the hell she did that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got Joy Blast Life. Has got her own channel. Plus, her husband's got Storyteller Donnie Wheeler, and he's got a Team Jesus Ministries channel and things like that. And but anyway, on his Storyteller Donnie Wheeler channel, he shows a lot of his paintings, and they even sometimes give away paintings to their viewers as well. And they even do giveaways to their viewers.
Well, there's some talented people out there, I guarantee.
Yeah.
I got something else I want to build. I'm gonna have to talk to Steve. I built custom knives for a while, and there's a cactus that's got holes all in it when it dries. I'm gonna see if Steve got any of that wood sitting around. I want to build a knife handle out of that.
Yeah.
Make me one more knife. I damn sure don't need one. I've got all kind of. But good. Yeah, I like that. I sort of collect knives.
Yeah.
I like them. But I really don't like folding knives. I like the stiff blade knives.
Yeah. I know Box Fan D actually had Donnie on her channel one day, and he was talking about his paintings and things like that. So.
Why are you embarrassed, D? I thought those pictures were really neat. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Lord, we seen you up and down and sideways and everything else, D. You just sort of family to us.
You have seen his paintings, Cruising Scene? Yeah.
You didn't show all your skin, D.
Yeah, he used to do painting houses too. He'd not only do paintings, he'd do he'd go to people's houses and paint for them and things like that. He's got another channel called I can't think of it, Veterans Paint Paint and Stainer or something like that, I think. I can't remember what it's called. But I don't know if I need to see if I'm actually connected with that channel or not. But I know I'm connected with Joy West Life and the Storyteller Donnie Wheeler channel and the King Jesus Ministry channel. I do know I'm connected with that channel. But
D, there's a lot of women would like to look that good in a bathing suit. I wouldn't worry about it. Well, yeah, we appreciate you showing the pictures, D. You know, it's funny. There's everybody in this room has got a different story of their life. You know what?
yeah,
It's funny. Well, yeah. Funny we all wind up in this one room, cutting up and going on and having a good time, and we come from a jillion different backgrounds. Well, yeah. Rocky wearing the bottle out again,
I was wondering what he was doing.
showing that plastic bottle. He done had a hold of my boot for swinging them around, and I made him quit doing that.
Cause I knew I heard him making noise back through there.
Yeah. He's got to be busy doing something. He's either into something or sleeping.
Well, I know I slept most of the day away. I actually didn't go to bed until about, I guess it was a little bit after 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning. And I didn't wake back up till about 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Well, I had a meeting I had to go to this morning. I had to get up pretty early. You work online, Ann? I think that's a common thing. I think you're going to see more and more and more of that.
Good night, Roy and Becky. I'll have to go back and catch up on your lives. That's the reason why I wasn't at your live today, because I was asleep. But I will go back and rewatch it.
Do you like working remotely, Ann? Well, darn, you just high and by, T. Hang around a while.
Good night, T. I hope Becky has a safe trip on the train tomorrow. How long is she gonna be gone on that train trip? Oh, back to Indiana for doctor's appointments? I guess it's just me now. Welcome back, Ron.
Yeah. No, we haven't been on here too long tonight. We haven't been on here quite an hour yet, T.
So you gonna be running the lives by yourself, Roy?
What do you mean? Who you talking to?
Talking about Roy.
Oh,
Roy's in the chat. Roy and Becky.
yeah, okay. He'll be getting his salt gun out, staying in practice shooting the flies.
All routine appointments. Huh?
Yeah, stick around. You might as well. We'll get Kenny laughing here in a little bit. I tell you what, that Ava, she's having trouble with that knock on the head. Is she her eyes? She still can't get her eyes to focus like she wants to. She must have
Yeah,
that.
I know. I heard her say about that this morning in her, or yesterday morning in her live.
She had a pretty good concussion.
Well, they say that that's a very fragile part of your body is your head and stuff. See, I have to be careful not hit my head because I've got that shunt. I've got that hydrocephalus and that shunt in there to drain the fluid off. And if I hit my head a certain way or jerk myself too far, I can jerk that thing loose.
Hey, you can mess your head up pretty good. Don't take all that much. Yeah, if she'd been back another 2 inches, she could have really been in trouble.
Hmm.
What, your head needs rewired? Have to get Diane a new breaker switch.
This thing felt like it. I turned my head this way the other day, and it felt like that shunt. It felt like that shunt popped in the back of my head.
Hmm. And you take it easy, girl. Have a good night.
Good night, Ian. I don't know what it was. Because I felt something. I felt something pop. And
I don't know how I get so much junk piled up on my desk.
I'm gonna,
Yeah, that was
well, I mean, I'm not having any like headaches or anything with it, so that's the reason, or anything, other than just, I'm not having any pain with it or nothing. It's just that one time. And, wow.
You ain't gonna know how to act, Roy. She would have to train you all over again if she stayed gone a month. They getting a pretty good crowd built up on their noon lives. I've been
I
watching.
just know, huh?
I've been watching them. When they come up and do their noon live.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's usually 1 o'clock my time, so it, it's usually about 11 o'clock their time, I believe. They're 2 hours behind me, I believe. Roy can correct me if I'm right or wrong.
I know it's 12. That'd be right because it's 12 o'clock my time. What you gonna do tomorrow, King?
Well, gonna take a friend to work, and then and then gonna pick her up from work, and
Oh,
then huh?
it's a her, huh?
Yeah, it's a her. It, it's a friend that I've known for like I guess uh pretty much all through my school years. Basically, pretty much about I'd say 27 years, I guess. But
Well, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna make a comment. So
well, I can tell you this: she's already taken. So, so if that's what you're thinking, no, she's
I didn't say I was thinking anything. See, your mind, you're the one that's got your mind.
no, William, no, William, no. She's already got. The thing is, uh, yeah, she she's got some learning disabilities. I will say that, and she has a hard time. She has a hard time learning. She has a hard time with like telling directions. Like she wouldn't be able to tell you how to get from her house to the landfill that we have here. And she doesn't drive. She doesn't have a driver's license. So, um, but yeah, but she's got a sweet personality, and I mean, she's kind and everything. But but yeah, she just can't. She has a hard time with some certain things. But she works at Food City, so and she's been there. I don't know. I guess 10, about 12 years now. I guess.
Wow.
And it's called Google Earth. What do you mean by that? Good night, D.
Yeah. Good night, D. You have a great one, girl. enjoyed the pictures.
So her mom doesn't have a driver's license, and her daddy he's not in the best of health anyway, and he's not in the best of health, so we usually have to be their we usually have to be her chauffeur, which we don't mind.
Well, that's good. It feels good to help people out.
But and her boyfriend just recently got another job somewhere else. They both used to work at Food City, but he wound up getting a better job and getting better pay. So
Very good. Won't you come on up here?
she's probably trying to work on getting out on the road.
And Janice, you ain't been up here in a long time. Janice been goofing off on us. You too quiet. That ain't right
Well,
with Janice.
she's usually cooking. She's usually cooking her dinner because she's already into her Tuesday afternoon over there.
Well, Perry does think we get no
Her
hurry.
Tues-
Anyway,
Yeah, she's into her Tuesday evening, like about 4 or 5 o'clock over there. I'd say. She can correct me if I'm wrong. Please do. Yeah, yeah, 3. Okay, that's what I thought.
All right.
Hey, Janice.
hello,
Yeah,
Janice.
seeing that you're talking about me, I thought I'd come up. Let's get this set
Is
up.
that all you got to do is talk about you and you'll come up?
No.
Me and Kenny put you up here every night then.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Just feeling so today. And it's freaking freezing.
How
you-
cold is it there, Janice?
Sorry?
How cold is it there, Janice?
Oh, hang on, Kenny, I'll tell you.
If you tell me Celsius, I won't know how to.
It's 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ugh. And I've parked my butt over the heating duct in the floor here. I ain't moving.
50 not all that cold.
Oh, it is when you've got bloody thin blood.
Well, it's not really that bad here in the state.
Yeah, and let's face it. I mean, this isn't where I live. It's normally a hot, dry country. But yeah. Ugh.
But see, we're heading into our summer, so
Yeah.
You're-
No,
you're
we're in
you're
the
heading into your fall.
we're in the
fall
depth
and
of winter. Yeah.
Your fall and winter, yeah.
Yeah, actually, June is not as bad. July is usually pretty bitter. That'd be right. Ugh.
Yeah, Monday was 108 here today. That's-
Yeah.
That's unusual for it to be that hot here. We get a lot of 101, 102s, but 108 getting on up there.
Yeah, that's getting warm. But like well, even the last 2 Christmases, we haven't really had a normal summer. We had a couple of hot days in amongst it, but sort of into the mid high 30s. But normally it's nothing for us to have it into the 40s. Not constant. We might get a couple of days in the 40s, and but one thing about where I live in Victoria, being the southern area, it cools down overnight. The further you head north, the temperature's about the same. But there's not much variation between day and night in temperature.
Did you
And
see
of course, the higher you go, you get the humidity too. But I'm talking up, Queensland, Northern Territory, top end of Western Australia. But down here, they say they call us Mexicans. They reckon we're south of the border. But and you don't complain about the weather here. You just have to wait a minute. It can vary, but at least we get distinctive seasons here.
Do your kangaroos hibernate, or they?
No, the female can actually through drought periods or low minimal access to food and things like that, they can actually suspend pregnancy, and so they can be pregnant, have a joey in the pouch feeding it, and be pregnant, but they'll suspend the pregnancy until the joey is out of the pouch. But or they'll in bad times, food wise, they'll suspend the pregnancy until the rains. Yeah, it's some interesting things.
They're a lot like our white-tailed deer here. I didn't know it for a lot of years, but if it's a real bad year where there's not any food and that kind of stuff, they can be pregnant and they'll reabsorb that fetus. They won't have a baby that year if the food's real bad.
Yeah. Well, the roux doesn't absorb, which I don't know how they could possibly do that, but it actually suspends the puts it in suspended animation, and doesn't proceed on with the pregnancy. Yeah. But we've got nothing here that hibernates. We've got a lot of nocturnal animals. Only come out at night time. Things like your possums and stuff like that. But nothing that hibernates. We've got ground dwelling animals like the wombat, but again they don't hibernate either. They'll come and go all year round. And again, our climate here doesn't really require hibernation. The only snow caps we've got is on the high peaks, which is up in the snowy mountains up in Victoria, and into New South Wales is our only snowfields that we have. But the rest of it, she's a hot, dry country.
Oh, so you do have dry heat there?
Yep. Down here we do, Kenny. The further you go north, you're getting up towards the equator. They'll get the humidity. Places like Darwin and pretty much even Brisbane can get the humidity, but usually further north is the higher humidity.
Well, your snakes and stuff hibernate, don't they? Or does it get below 50 very often?
Well, you don't see them in the winter months, but at least not down south. But they're more active in the summertime, obviously, in the warmer climate. Yeah, because they're a cold blood. But even your other general lizards and things like little geckos and that, you can find them around. I've find them around the house, outside and that. They'll still move around. But Yeah, like overnight here, it dropped down to I think 2 the other night, 2 degrees Celsius, and yeah, you're running around the bed looking for a warm spot.
Well, here, like rattlesnakes and stuff, like places I've hunted, they've got dens that they go back to every year. And if it gets above 50 degrees, they'll get out of them dens and mess around. But when it starts dropping back down, they'll all head back inside those dens.
I would imagine. I don't really know, to be honest with you. I know snakes can tend to be territorial. I know, like where we had the property up the bush, we used to always get browns and blacks, cutting across our area. But just across the paddock, across the way, it was always inundated with damn tiger snakes. But we never saw a tiger snake on our property. But as far as where they, bunker themselves, I really don't know. I never got that close to find out, to be honest with you. Yeah, it was always a case of if I saw a snake, it didn't see me.
Hey, River.
Here, if it gets down 50 degrees or lower, them old snakes move so fast that they can't hardly bite you. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Cold blooded.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They certainly need the warmth to maneuver. Mind you, I know how they feel.
I keep. If y'all get around to it, I appreciate the thumbs up. And
I don't know whether I gave you the royal finger. No, I didn't. Now I did.
I'm showing you got 15 thumbs up on mine. I may have to refresh.
Yeah, 16 by me, Kenny.
Yeah, I see there now.
Yeah, swapping and changing. Sticks. No. There's folklore around. Not a Bigfoot. I'm just trying to think what they call it.
I show 17 now. River Sticks.
Yeah, but not a Bigfoot as such. It's the Aussies. The Aussies will stir up tourists and that, talking about drop bears that fall out of the trees and we'll eat them alive. Yeah, but that's a joke. It's not based on any reality at all. There is folklore around, and from what I can understand, it emanates back to the Second World War, and when the Americans were stationed here or used here as a transit point, and somebody had a panther as a mascot, and apparently, as the story goes, it was released, and there's still panther sightings here now, but no one's ever been able to verify or validate that it exists. Yeah. It's like all the Bigfoot photos, I would imagine. Yeah, they're all taken from miles away, and it's probably just a damn big black cat.
That happens. People get those kind of animals and then they just turn them loose. Right in the DFW area, Dallas Fort Worth, somebody turned a mountain lion loose up there, and he was running around downtown he wasn't bothering anybody, but he was friendly. He didn't want somebody to pet him or something.
Yeah, no, as I said, it's all hearsay and what have you, but there's no validity to it. But what we've got an ecosystem here that's pretty delicate, and because we've got no apex predators, they introduce things like damn foxes and cats and what have you, and it decimates some of our wildlife. Yeah, like we've nearly lost our bilbies to wild cats, and and the foxes are taking out a lot of the lizards and smaller variety of mammals that we have, as well as the cats. Yeah, the feral cats are almost put a lot of varieties of our birds into extinction. Yeah.
It's funny,
And those
yeah.
bloody cane toads just about wiped out all our kites and eagles. Yeah.
It's funny when they put an animal in the ecosystem that you're not used to, they screw it up.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know,
It's
every time.
and because our isolation too. You've got because we're an island. There's been no evolution to cope with any introduction of other landmass species. So anything that hits the deck didn't originate here has caused no end of trouble. I mean, rabbits, foxes, cats were the worst things ever introduced into Australia. Yeah.
All right. You have a safe trip tomorrow, man. The animals are funny. It's like Florida. Florida got the weirdest setup. You got that big swamp there, and those like them pythons, they've just gone crazy in there.
Yeah.
And there's the wild hogs that just went nuts. Asian carp. Hello, Ron. Yeah.
Hey, Outdoors Adventures with Ron.
Those Asian carp.
Yeah, we got the European carp in our waterways too, and they're just about, well, I don't know whether they interbreed with the other fish or whatever, but and a lot of our native fish have all but disappeared because of them.
Well, we've had carp over here for a long time, but this Asian carp, them damn things get up to 20, 30 pounds. And if you're in a boat, a boat will get them stirred up and they'll jump out of the water. There's been people knocked out and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, no, with European carp, you can get 40 pounders with them. And yes, some of them are huge. But they're not a good people do eat them, but they're not a good eating fish. They're full of they're sort of mud dwellers too. But they're an oily fish. They're not a good fish to eat, I believe. You can get me eating them. And in fact, if you fish here in any of the rivers and what have you and catch a carp, it's actually illegal to throw the damn thing back in, and it's also illegal to just throw them up on the bank and leave them there. You got to bury them or remove them altogether. Yeah.
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 Well, Australia and the United States are two of the places, very few other places in the world that don't eat carp.
Yeah.
Orient, that's a big food fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just never have been able to make it work.
Yeah, well, we have enough trouble keeping the Indonesians out of our fishing in illegally fishing in our territorial waters as well, simply because they're beating themselves out of house and home in their own. Yeah.
Oh. I like to hunt them things with a bow and arrow. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hey man, how you doing?
Just riding down the road.
Just running down the road, huh?
How you guys doing?
You're in the dark now. Can't see you at all.
What's up, Double D?
Hey. Long time no see, my friend.
It has been. It's been a while. I've been moving. I moved out of my apartment and into a duplex.
Into a duplex? What is that?
That's it's basically a house that's divided right down the middle.
Oh, okay.
So I've got one neighbor now instead of 11.
Oh, okay. Is the neighbor friendly?
I haven't met him yet, but it's just a single guy is all I know. He's kept to himself so far, so. But it's all also on one level, so no stairs.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I went and got, now I'll have a washer and dryer inside my duplex, and I'll have a dishwasher and another bedroom for $50 more than what I was paying.
Those dishwashers will come in handy. I love mine.
Yeah. So is the washing machine. Now I don't have to share one with the entire building.
I hardly use my dishwasher because there's only me and I only get a few things in the sink, and it's not worth starting the dishwasher up. Either that or I'd have to let them sit in the dishwasher for a week before it was worth running it.
I got a feeling that's what'll happen with me.
Yeah.
We use ours every time we dirty up dishes. And it's me and my dad here at the house.
Yeah.
Well, you must be going through a lot of plates and utensils, Kenny.
Well, like I said, we don't eat a full 3 meals a day anyway. And usually what we use when we do we use like of course lately we've been using like plastic right now.
Yeah.
But we don't mostly we dirty cups and cups and bowls usually most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You use a lot of paper plates, Kenny?
Not really. Most of our stuff we usually put in bowls, usually plastic bowls.
Yeah.
I
I
tell
use a
you,
lot of plates.
yeah, I'm like you, Ron. I use paper plates, paper bowls, plastic spoons, knives, forks.
See,
No.
when I was younger, I used to love to wash dishes, but now since I got older, I just never did. I don't care much for it. But I should
Yeah,
lie.
I don't know.
I just soon run.
I only cook one hot meal a day for myself, and so any related utensils that I use for that, lunchtime and that I might have just a sandwich or something, and that's it, and so washing up is a non-event. It's certainly not worth getting the dishwasher going for it.
Yeah, I usually use paper plates, but everything else I use dishes.
No.
Good night, T.
We get enough packaging and that for to go in the recycle bin at the best of times. So yeah, no, I try to minimise that.
And hello to everybody in chat. I'm sorry I wasn't able to text and drive down the road, but
Night tea.
good night, V, and hello everyone else.
Where you running at, Ron?
I'm in Greensburg, Indiana, heading to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, huh? Are you dedicated up there, or
Yeah, Cincinnati, Chicago, back and forth.
I was gonna say that's what they call Chi-Town, isn't it?
Huh. Yep.
That's what I thought.
You know where K-Town is, don't you?
K-Town.
Knoxville.
Oh, is that? Is that what they call it? They call it.
Yep.
K-Town?
That's
I
the
had
trucking
no
name
idea.
for it. Yep.
I had no idea that was called K-Town.
You know where Guitar is. You can guess that one.
What?
Guitar.
It's Tennessee, isn't it?
Yeah, the city that they call Guitar is also located in your state.
In my state?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Greenville?
Nope. Bigger.
Greensboro?
What's the biggest city in your state, Kenny?
The biggest city in my state.
Probably, I don't know, it'd be a toss-up, I guess. But it's Guitar is what they call Nashville.
Oh, well, okay. Nashville. Huh? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Now, I knew, though, that was part of the... I knew that's what they call the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, that's where the Grand Ole Opry's at.
Yeah.
But trucker terms, they call that they call it Guitar. I know another name for another city in your state is, and you'll know this one right off the bat, Choo Choo.
That's Chattanooga.
Yep.
Yeah, because
that's
they
trucker
call
terms.
Yeah, Chattanooga Choo Choo. That song. I can't think what it's called.
Chattahoochee? Oh, no, that's Alan Jackson.
Yeah. It's something about a train or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember.
Have you seen or heard from Barefoot lately?
I have not. The last I heard, she was moving to first shift. And
So
that's the last I heard, and that's been.
He was working.
That's probably 2 or 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
No, she ain't working, but she's trying to. They was changing up her medicine, and she was trying to stay on first shift and sleep through the night to see if that helped any. But I haven't heard from her for a while. I've texted her, but I haven't got no response. I don't know if Renee's heard from her or not.
Well, what was that other channel that you and Barefoot used to get on? I come over there a few times.
Adventures with
that was Dangerous. That was Dangerous Freedom. After Dark. That was Ron Carter. He passed away on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, well, I knew.
48 years old.
I hadn't been in there till after that happened. But,
yeah. Yeah, there's another one that comes on at 3 a.m. Eastern, which is, I guess, here in just a little bit, called Rescue. He's kind of taken over now. But with all the same people that go in there. And Dana's been in there as well. But he's
So
from
some-
Texas. He's from Texas, right there around where you're at, Ron.
Really?
Mhm.
What's the name? Rescue?
Rescue. He'll be live here in, I don't know what time is
About
it?
an hour?
At the top of the hour, he'll be live.
Yeah.
3 a.m. Eastern.
I'll have to sneak in there and look at it when he do.
Okay,
Yeah.
because
He'll stay on till probably 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Sometimes he'll do 10 or 12 hours.
oh really? He'll stay on that long?
Oh, yeah. And he's usually got anywhere from 40 to 80 people in there.
Wow.
And
That
he's
must
just
be-
started within the last 6 or 8 months.
That must be a
Well-
big. So it's not a big channel then. Ron? What happened there, Ron? Did I do something?
No, he's just locked up, I'd say.
I guess he probably run one in bad spots or something.
Okay.
So, how's your knee today, Ron?
What's that?
You
I'm
what?
sorry, Janice.
No, I was talking to Ron D. How is your knee today?
Oh, it's getting a little bit better. I really just got to watch it so I don't twist it.
Yeah.
But everything's getting a little better along. I'll baby that in another week or two, and if it keeps getting better, well, I'll let it go, and if it don't, we'll go to the doctor then.
Yeah. Well, I wonder how you'd go if you just, strapped it through the day. Get an elastoplast strapping and strap it just to give it that support.
Well, what's weird about this knee this time, I've never had it before. I've had that knee kick out on me, and it's been damaged a few times, but this time it's kicking out sideways.
Yeah.
You know, that it
Ouch.
and when it kicks out, it's just like it's not there.
Yeah.
It kicks out, you hit the ground or whatever handy.
Yeah.
Same thing
Yeah.
like mine. It's painful too when it does it.
Woo!
And you never know when it's going to kick out, do you, Ron?
It just I can step in a little old bitty hole or anything that twists your leg,
Yeah.
and that's when it'll
Yeah.
collapse.
I'm with Diane. Yeah. Yeah. She told you to wrap it too, but you don't listen. That would help support it if you did.
Well, like,
Just your figure 8 band wrap around it would help support it.
well, I've never had it kick out like this.
Well, all the more reason to strap it.
Or to get you a brace.
Yeah. At least it would hold it in place until it heals up
Mm.
like it's supposed to.
And give it a chance to heal.
He's just
I'm
been
sitting there. We're sitting there preaching to you, and I need to do the same thing. I really
Yeah.
do.
he's just being ornery, Kenny.
Oh,
That-
I
that-
know what that's like.
That's a
I
Texan
know
word,
what
isn't it?
that's like because I got one sitting here 10 feet away from me. It's like that.
Yeah, that's a Texan word, isn't it, Ron? Ornery?
I got one sitting here that's 10 feet away from me. Like he's like that. And
Yeah.
Like
Well,
an old mule, ain't he?
I tell you, I kid you not. They literally told me if I didn't get him in there when that gallbladder, when he had issues with that gallbladder not working at all, and it had turned gangrene and it was rotting and stuff. And all that poison and stuff was going in his system. They said if I had, they literally told me if I hadn't have got him in there, if I hadn't kept poking and prodding and getting his attention that he needed to go and that he was going to go whether he wanted to or not. I literally told him, I said, look, I said, you're going to go whether you like it or not. And I said, so they told me, said if I hadn't got him in there when he did, they said he wouldn't be here today.
Skinny had to put his foot down, didn't you?
Huh?
Had to put your foot down, didn't you?
Yeah, they.
Put your foot down on old Pops.
Yeah. Yeah, I told him, I said,
I like Diane's here. Can't live with them, can't kill them.
yeah. But yeah, they
Hello, Lily.
hey, Lillian. Yeah, that happened back. Like I said, it happened back. I think I was either getting ready to graduate high school, or I had just got out of high school. I think I had just got out of high school not long after that. And yeah, I had to call one of my. I had to get my cousin to take his rush into the hospital, and they, because he'd been having pain and been sick and all that stuff, and well, they did I think it was a CAT scan or something, and it showed that gallbladder wasn't even functioning. It was completely gone. And
your body tell you something's wrong.
Yeah, well, he's one of these that he don't.
That was like me. The gallstone I had took up the entire gallbladder. Even the doctor said he'd never seen one like it. Yeah, he said, I've still got it. Actually, he gave it to me. He said, yeah. He said, take it over to China. He said it'd be worth a fortune over there. I said, oh yuck. But yeah, he had a hell of a time, getting it out.
Well, see, now they do it. They do like 3 little incisions on it, and it's out. They got like 3 little incisions on your belly. I think it's like just below your belly button, and it's out. So,
huh.
Yeah. There's it's about an inch. Oh, it's about just upper chest area there, and one down lower where they put the laparoscope through.
Yeah.
Into your belly button. Yeah.
Technology's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Janet, show us the scar there for a minute.
No. I talk about scar. This poor doctor.
Come on, Janice, keep going.
He. I'd had a surgery earlier, and the skin went keloid at the belly button. That was a laparoscopy too. And I said to him, well, while he's at it, I said, can you get rid of the scar tissue and pretty that up a bit, because it looked bloody terrible. Anyway, he said, yeah, he can do that. And so went and had the gallbladder removed. Laying on my stomach, the stone was that large, I could actually feel it. Yeah, I could feel it when laying in bed on my stomach. I could feel the stone. Oh. Yeah. But anyway, you know how you go back 10 days later as a follow-up after surgery and stuff like that. I went back to him and he said, we yak. And he said, how'd your belly button go? And I said, it's like Phyllis Diller. I said, now it's growing a beard. Well, the poor bugger, he couldn't stop laughing. And he was roaring laughing. He had tears streaming down his eyes. You could just imagine, because he had to do a cut and shut on the belly button. And I said, yeah, now it's growing a beard. Anyway, he was in a group. He was one. He was. They were. The group was the second liver transplant group in Australia, and yeah, he was just part of it. Anyway, the Professor Bob Jones come in. He wondered what the hell was going on. This hysterical laughter coming out his room. And I'm sitting there deadpan, just watching him. Just yeah, he couldn't do anything. He couldn't speak for laughing. Yeah, poor bugger. But he knew who Phyllis Diller was. I guess there's still a lot around that don't. Yeah, but she reckoned she'd had so much plastic surgery, yeah, and so many uplifts that yeah, she was starting to shave as well.
They tell me the worst part of that Band-Aid surgery is them putting that air in there and blowing your stomach up where they got room to hurt.
Yeah, I never had any residual issues with that. Yeah, it can, sort of get into the extremities and things like that. It takes a while to dissipate, but yeah, I never had any hassle. Well, put it this way, after the hell I'd been through with the gallbladder, it was nothing. Yeah, didn't even register.
I can honestly say and be thankful that I still got mine and I still got my appendix. I still got all that
Yeah, I
stuff
got my appendix, my tonsils.
that the good Lord gave me.
I'm missing
Yeah.
a few other bits, but I've got, yeah, still got the childhood ones. Diane was on the right deal there. Yeah, the night she had her gallbladder out, she went to a concert with a male nurse. Never miss an opportunity, Diane. That's what I like to see too.
Yeah,
They say
talk about
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron.
talk about men being hard-headed. What about you, Diane?
She's run out of spare parts now. I still got most of mine.
But
It hadn't been that many years. I had a friend of mine that was a lot older than me, and he was born like 1800 or real early 1900. But you don't think about it, but up until 1946, they didn't have any antibiotic.
Yeah.
You could get a splinter under your finger and you'd get gangrene and kill you.
I'm not so sure. Didn't they? It wasn't. It was the sulfurs and that they used prior to penicillin. It was sulfurs and that they used a lot.
But it really didn't do anything like when they came up with penicillin when they really
which they over abused. Yeah, they gave penicillin for everything.
Now that didn't come out till the 60s, didn't it?
No, it would have. Yeah, well, it's been all my lifetime, so.
No,
yeah.
It come out in 1946.
Yeah, I was going to say it's been all my lifetime.
46.
But yeah, they used it so much, and like it was penicillin was given for anything. I can't get near penicillin now. It puts me into anaphylactic shock.
But you think about it, them people back in them days. Now they had to be tougher than hell. Robert, this friend of mine, told me, it said, like going to town. When they went into town, they wouldn't go into town early in the morning or late in the afternoon. So that's when all the bugs were out flying around, mosquitoes and stuff like that you could catch junk from. You always went in the hottest part of the day. And it's pretty interesting, appendicitis will kill you. It just things we don't even think anything about.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the life expectancy then, if you made it to your 50s, you had a good innings. At that stage, it's certainly prolonged life.
I know my dad's allergic to sulfur, so he can't have any any pain pills or anything with sulfur in it.
Yeah. No, penicillin is my nemesis. Yeah.
And I tell you what, it's amazing what they can do now. Whoop.
Yeah, he's gone again. He just said bad service area. He'll be listening. Yeah.
Yeah. They
Yeah, when you think of it though, Ron, just how far and how fast medical science has come along. It's unreal. Like I can even talk back. So when was it? Back in the 80s, I think. Like heart surgery. It was all open heart surgery back then, and now it's they're virtually just laparoscopy work with a lot of that as well. And of course, they're avoiding it wherever they can. With the inventions of stents and things like that. That's been a major breakthrough, and and countless other things as well.
Well, putting the stents in and all that stuff has come a long ways too.
Yeah, well, I'm carrying one.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of stuff that they can do now that we don't even think about.
Yeah. No, but back when I was a kid, the big thing was polio. And the polio, the breakthrough with the polio vaccine, and that's virtually been obliterated from the face of the earth, and it's marvelous things. There's some really clever people around.
Well, you think about way back is measles would kill you, smallpox would kill you, typhoid would kill you.
Measles damn near killed me. They went inward. The doctor didn't diagnose it, and I was only a baby. And they went inward. And Mum rugged me up and kept me warm, and had the doctor back the next day. And she said, "See, I told you it was measles." They were in my ears, in my mouth. They were everywhere. Yeah.
They make too much money off of it, Diane. They don't want to cure it.
No, so that's like with damn cancer. They make a fortune out of that. They'll never find a cure for cancers, or some of them. Yeah. Yeah, and that's obliterated half my family anyway.
I had a guy ask me one time. He said, "How many doctors do you know that have died from cancer?" I got to thinking about it, and I knew some of them that died, but I never did know one that died from cancer. He said, "It makes you sort of wonder, doesn't it?" I said, "Well, yeah."
We've had two that have died from two GPs that have died from cancer. And the last one I went to, he's lucky he didn't bloody die because I shot the bastard. But he was the one that I'd had the heart. I told him. I walked over to his surgery the next morning, told him I thought I'd had a heart attack through the night. And the silly mongrel only gave me antibiotic. So my sister-in-law come down and got me and took me to hospital. Sure enough, I'd had a heart attack. Yeah. He's lucky I didn't sue him. He retired not long after. And he was with the antibiotic, he was going to give me penicillin as well. I said, "No, you're not." I'm allergic to penicillin. "Oh, it's not on your record." I said, "Well, it damn well should be." And he double checked, and he was even looking at somebody else's record, not mine. God Almighty.
You know, it's amazing what they do. I got a friend of mine that valve in his heart went bad, and they put a pig valve in his heart that to replace that valve. And that's been 10, 15 years ago. They do a lot of things.
Yeah. Oh, it's marvelous what they can do. You know, the bionics and that they can make these days, and you know, like the $6 million man wasn't far off the radar. Yeah, with all the bits and pieces that they can do these days, and yeah. Oh, well. As long as we're still standing, you know, with our feet planted on the ground, not under it, Ron, that's what you've got to worry about.
Well, folks, it's just about been 2 hours. So I think we're fixing to do it. Did you know we've been on that long, Kitty?
Oh, I tell you, time flies when you have fun, brother.
I looked up, and I said, damn. Last time I looked at it, it was just an hour. Right.
There you go. I can talk underwater, Ron.
Your panels is always fun, Ron. I always enjoy your live streams.
We got a lot of people in here tonight for this time.
Yes, sir.
28 people in here. You wonder who's just listening.
Yeah.
Hey,
because there's only William and
it really helps the channel when you give a thumbs up.
Oh.
28 people and should be 28 thumbs up.
Put him out of his misery.
Who poked him?
That was it. That was Dad. Now that was
We gathered it was Papa.
Yeah, that was him. You never know what you gonna get with him.
I tell you what.
But
Well, I appreciate everybody coming in here. We got a pretty good room. We have a good time in here.
Yep. Yeah. Well, don't go tap dancing out on your dance floor. Come garage, Ron, tomorrow, or you're tomorrow. Yeah, keep that knee under you.
Yeah. Hello, Linda.
Hey, Linda. I actually look forward to the day I get to meet you in person, Ron.
Which Ron you talking to?
You.
My name's not Ron. My dad's name was.
Lord.
Hey, Scott.
I'm not even going to ask what your dad's doing, Kenny.
He's a rambling on in his sleep. He's having some dreams, some kind of dreams over.
Oh God.
I like to get him cracking up. We get him wound up.
He's been asleep this whole time, except until just a few minutes ago when he woke up and asked me what time it was, and I said it's just 2:30 my time in the morning. I think he feels like he slept all night long, but he hadn't slept all night long.
All right. Well, we're gonna do it.
Okay.
Y'all have a good night.
Good night, Ron. Good night, everybody in the chat.
Good night, everyone. See you later.